Hello, welcome to Game Rating Review Vlog. Today I'm talking about independent games and what they mean to me. I love independent games. They've been around for a long time and they've always kind of been a part of my life since they existed. Whenever I first got my Xbox, I became aware of them through the Summer of Arcade. And what Summer of Arcade was every summer, Microsoft would have these collection of small indie games that they would put together and kind of showcase for the summer. I thought they were fun, innovative, just different than everything else that was out, and they weren't that expensive. So the first game I ever played that was an indie game was called Limbo. I thought it was dark. It is dark. I thought the gameplay was very smooth, and I thought that it was challenging, but not too challenging. It was just easy enough, but just hard enough to keep me going. And I played it all through one straight playthrough, and it was so much fun. And I didn't know that at the time I was playing something called an indie game. I just thought I was playing a game. I had no idea that indie games was even a genre or anything until I started reading up on my Game Informers or IGN and realized that, oh yeah, this is a real industry. This is really something that is happening, but I just thought it was just something fun or just a side thing, and I didn't know how serious indie games were. And then I watched a movie called Indie Game the Movie. Indie Game the Movie is extremely interesting and extremely good. If you want to know what it's like to, how long it takes to develop a game, I guess the different steps you have to take to sort of make a game, make it good, make it look good, see if you can even advertise it at all. It was fascinating, and they go through 3 different games: Super Meat Boy, Fez, and Braid. I've played Fez, and to be honest, it kind of confused me. I wasn't really thinking about, how to backtrack in it. There's so many different levels that spin around, and you play as this little white creature, and I didn't know what was going on. Braid I've heard so much about, but I was playing Limbo so much, I just decided I'll get to Braid, and I just never got to it. And Super Meat Boy is extremely hard. It is so hard. It is the toughest game ever. And I can't do it. I can't. Those are the 3 video games that this movie is about. And it's fascinating to see the guy who made or helped make Fez, his name is Phil Fish, and to see his reactions in that movie are fantastic. His emotions are so big, and he gets so angry if things don't go his way. Such a crazy creator. And the movie's great. Please check it out. I don't think it's on Netflix anymore, but that's where I watched it. And it was really fun. But one indie game I really enjoyed as well was Shadow Complex. It was basically like a side-scrolling Metroid game. It was unbelievable. I played it from start to finish. The beginning was really difficult for me, I thought, but towards the end, once I started accumulating weapons through this big maze of the Shadow Complex, I fell in love with it. And how are indie games affecting me now? Whenever I see an indie game, when it comes to like stuff that I can only play on Steam, I really look forward. I haven't played Gone Home yet, but that is supposed to be awesome. Saw me play Pony Island, which I heard a lot about, and also Undertale. If you haven't heard about that one, you need to play that as well. I'm glad that innovation isn't trapped into a AAA space. And AAA are these big games like Call of Duty or, FIFA. Or any sports game. I like that indie games give people room to breathe and kind of, make their own experiences. And the one I'm looking forward to, and I don't even have an Xbox One yet, is Cuphead. I'm looking forward to playing that. That looks super great. And also on PS4, No Man's Sky looks so good. And I can't believe a game that ambitious and that big is even considered an indie game. But it just looks amazing to just fly out of a planet and fly into another one and just explore. And that's coming out like very soon. I think the way that indie games are affecting me now is through my YouTube channel. Because apparently, in order to put game footage on a YouTube channel, you need licenses for games. Basically, a license means that you need the approval of the company, and you may have to pay them money or just have their permission. And a lot of indie games, you can go on their website and they say as much as you want. Please advertise our stuff. So right now I can only do indie games. That's where I'm restricted, and I'm super okay with that. I love indie games so much, and I have no problem playing it, even though a lot of people haven't heard of them. I think that's the fun of indie games, discovering something that you may never have even heard about, or may never even would have been willing to try. And I think that's the fun of it. Thank you so much for watching. Please lightly tap that subscribe and like button. Please tell people about this. And just remember that that was just my opinion.